recordings here, but that's okay. All right, we're good. Anyway, so you want to look for those types of people. So there is a leader in our business that really likes to focus on physicians, okay? Physicians are very well connected. They have people that can spend money. They have indispensable incomes, all right? So that's the population she chooses to go with, okay? AJ and I, we specialize a lot in military families because we know that. We are specialists in that area. Also police families, because we know what it's like. Okay, we know that what we have can change their whole future. All right, so pick that population and those groups that you're going to be able to relate with, and those are the people that you're going to work on recruiting. This phase is called a seed planting phase. Okay, I did not understand this when I started my business. I thought that I was going to message people and people were going to message me right back and they were going to order. And that was not the case. And those of you that have been in this for a while know that's not the case. You have to plant the seeds. You have to do the daily income producing activities to see your business grow. And it will blossom. If you're passionate and you do things every single day and expand your network and keep your funnel full, your business will grow. Okay? You can't be afraid of what people think. Okay? You can't think about, oh, I'm not going to follow up with them because I don't want to be that person. Well, I do want to be that person because I don't want to work behind an office chair or an office desk for someone else for 50 years, okay? So I don't care. I will follow up with someone. So like I was telling you, I had 2 people contact me today about the business. I sent them a little bit of information. Tomorrow I'm going to follow up. So you just kind of have to gauge the situation. You have to gauge the person. But I typically, after my first 200 messages, I'm going to follow up in 2 weeks. I'm going to follow up in 4 weeks. I'm going to send them something if there's a virtual event, even if they haven't responded to me, okay? They're fair game until they say, no, I'm not interested, okay? And even then, you never know, okay? Because I've had it happen before. So you want to make sure that you are and you can just follow up with something like, I know that you've been seeing what I've been doing on Facebook. I would love to tell you more. I think you could do this and this for our team, or this could do this and this for your family, okay? So you don't have to be like, did you read my Rodan and Fields message? Okay? Make it something, something like that. Remember, if you don't follow up with people, someone else will, okay? It's the truth, the honest truth. There are still so many people in this country, in Canada, and in Australia that have never heard of Rodan and Fields, okay? And so remember, it's not who you know, it's who the people know, the people that you recruit know, okay? That's how you build your team. So I knew that I wanted to build a Canadian team. I didn't know anyone personally in Canada, but I knew that 2 girls from my high school, one was married to a Canadian. They were pharmaceutical reps, and I reached out to them, and they both, told me, no, we're too busy. We don't have time for that. Why would we want to do that? And then they started thinking about it, and they started realizing that, you know what, I could either give her referrals, or I could be the middle person, and I could make a significant income, okay? So think of it that way. Remember, it's strategy, okay? So if I want to get to someone in Australia, who do I know that can get me there? Okay, so think of it that way. So when you're doing your 200 messages, and I will give you guys all this. I'll email this all to you when I'm done. You could say something like, hi, Karen, I just love watching your photos on Facebook. I hope you're doing well. I am so excited to announce my partnership with the Rodan and Fields, the doctors that created Proactive. All of our products are clinical grade products, which come with a 60-day money-back guarantee. The products in the business are truly changing skin and changing lives. I would love to chat with you more about this company and the products and do a quick virtual skin consultation. What are your skincare concerns? Okay, so you could send something like that. Again, it could also be something about what they would bring to this business. So out of that, you should be posting every single day, and you should be following up, okay? Whether it's 2 weeks, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Now, how you keep track of that is your own deal, okay? Some people like to do spreadsheets. Some people like to do notebooks. Some like to do binders. I actually like to keep every Facebook message that I ever have sent and had a conversation with, because I can go back from day one in my business and see who I sent messages from and see if we ever connected, okay? So it's totally up to you. That would overwhelm my husband, and he would probably delete all of my messages, because he can't stand that I'm that person that has 7,000 emails, okay? I don't like to get rid of I don't know. That's just me. But I did clean it out today. Anyway, some other things that you should be doing. You should be listening to the Sunday evening training call every week. I don't care if you're an RFXer or if you are an EC, every single week. Now, I know Sunday nights are hard. It was for me too when I started the business, but then I started playing them in my car, okay? I started playing them after the kids went to bed. So you should be listening to the training call every single week, okay? The reason for that is there are people on that call that you're going to be able to relate to. You may even already personally know, and they're going to give you ideas, okay? I can listen to a training call, and I can be like, gosh, why didn't I think of that, you know? So you just get so wrapped up in your own way of doing this business that sometimes you just need that kick in the butt. I know that it helps me and helps ground me and helps me focus. And so every Sunday, you should be doing that by Sarah Robbins. I know some of you are on, we're doing a thing right now on an income producing challenge. And every morning we're listening to Bob Heilig. He's on at 8 Central Time, and he's on Periscope, and he motivates me. He gets me pumped up. He gets me thinking about other ideas. So I like to do that. You should be hosting an event every month. Okay. We are not a party planning company. And I totally love that. That's why one of the main reasons why I joined this business, because I didn't have time for that. And so you should be hosting an event every month. Now, that does not have to be a big, elaborate 20-person event. It can be a coffee and conversation. It can be a virtual event. It can be, just we've done cocktails and conversations. We've just all met at Buffalo Wild Wings at a table, something like that. You should always have something to invite somebody to. So for example, those 2 people that reached out to me today, I will probably want to do a virtual event next week. So I can say, if we haven't signed them by then, like, hey, I would love for you to pop on and just see if these will answer any of your last minute questions, okay? Or I would love for you to join us at Buffalo Wild Wings on Friday, and we're going to hear some stories from some other people, okay? So keep it simple, but make sure you have things to invite them to. I know that we get so wrapped up in, again, hiding behind social media that we forget that we need to get out there. I did a lot of events when I first started, and I'm not even kidding, probably one a week. Here and there, because I just knew that was a way that we were going to be able to grow not only my business, but my team's business as well. Okay. So think about that. So always have 2. That way, when you're inviting, if they say, I can't come to that, then say, oh, well, that's okay. I have a virtual event next Friday. How about I add you to that? Okay. If you don't know how to do a virtual event, I do have a YouTube video. I can send that all to you guys too. That you can watch. It's super simple. It's really a no-brainer way to have an event, and you can do one every week. Okay. Just a second. All right. So next thing. And if you don't think that you have enough people to have at an event, ask friends and family to host an event for you. Okay. So what I like to do is sometimes they want free product. So I said, okay, well, if you have this event, I will give you a free eye cream and whatever, okay? Then if they've got 6 or 8 people that come and they order, then I say to them, you know what? You have a network. Do you just see that 6 people ordered here from you? Why don't you consider joining me in business, and these can be your first customers, okay? So we take the paper orders. It's a really quick and easy transition. So you can also do that virtually as well. The other thing is that you should be reading some type of a professional development book every day. So 10 pages a day. I also listen to it on Audible, Kindle Audible, because I don't have time to read 10 pages every single day. but I do have time in my car or while I'm making dinner or something like that. So I always have something going. You want to also not leave people hanging. So if somebody messages you and they're really excited about a product, you don't want to wait for 24, 48 hours to get back to them, okay? If you can't chat with them, just say, you know what, I am so excited to hear from you. I can't wait to make some recommendations. Let me get back to you tonight, and make sure that you do that, okay? Because when they're excited and they want to do it. So think about that. Also, you want to focus on one social media platform at a time. Really perfect it. I always say it should be something Facebook and something else. So whether that's Instagram or Pinterest or Periscope, those are some of the hot ones right now, okay? But you always have to think, there was a time period when Facebook was doing crazy stuff and I was getting put in Facebook jail and all of this stuff. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, like I've made so much money using Facebook. What if Facebook went away tomorrow? Okay. What would I do? And so that's why I use Instagram every day. And I'm starting to use Periscope a couple times a week because I am trying to expand not only my network, my funnel, keep my funnel full, but I'm trying to perfect these other social medias. Okay. So think about that as well. All right. The other thing, though, if you've ever done a training with me, is you know that I will say, fake it until you make it. Okay? Fake it until you become it. I saw myself as a leader from day one. I started scouting out the leaders from Rodan and Fields from day one, and I was like, I'm going to be right there with them. Okay? And my husband's going to talk about positive mindset. And he's had to have a positive mindset for being a Marine and being a police officer. But that positive mindset and that positive self-talk and telling yourself, I'm going to be a leader, I'm going to make this work, I'm going to have this change my life and other people's lives will totally change your business, okay? If you're constantly fighting negativity in your head, then what you portray is going to come off as negative, okay? So remember that. So fake it until you make it, or some people say fake it until you become it. Babe, I'm almost ready for you. The other things is income producing activities, things that are not income producing activities, as mindless TV. I know that sometimes we need our Bachelor, or we need, I guess, what do you watch, CSI or something? That's his mindless TV. But sometimes it's got to go when you're building your business. Mindless radio in the car. Sometimes we need our songs, but more than likely we should be replacing those with podcasts or Audible books or something that's going to fuel our brain. Next, just scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, mindless scrolling. I find myself doing that all the time. That is wasting time. Okay. If you are actually commenting on people's stuff and making connections, then you're using it right. But if you were just mindlessly scrolling through, seeing what this person's having for dinner or where this person went last night and stuff like that, it's not building your business unless you're going to start a conversation about it. Okay. So remember that. I'm trying really hard to search first thing in the morning and first thing at night, and trying to step away from it during the day, because I can find all of a sudden hours are gone. And what did I do? Okay. Also, some of the top leaders in the company will tell you, turn off the TV completely. I really have not watched much TV in the past year because I was on a mission to grow my business and to become a Lexus achiever. And that added noise in the background is not something I needed. Okay. I do understand that you need a break sometimes. So if you are watching TV, do something for your business at that same time. Okay. But if you're really thinking about trying to turn off the TV, I challenge you, just try it for a week and see what happens. Try it for a month and see what happens. You will be amazed by how much time you will really have with your business. Okay. And we have some people, was at a leadership lunch, and this girl said, I'm a Netflix addict. Like, I get stuck in these series and that's what I do, and I should be working my business. And exactly, that is a time sucker. Okay. There will be plenty of time for Netflix and mindless TV once your business is running itself and you're producing residual income. Okay. All right, so we talked about having a friend hosting an event for you. I'm going to close with some things that successful people are doing, okay? And then I'm going to have AJ close it up with positive mindset. But again, leaders are posting something every day, okay? Multiple times a day. Mix it up. You don't want it to be Rodan Fields, Rodan Fields, Rodan Fields, Rodan Fields, okay? I get excited sometimes, and sometimes it's like that, and I have to catch myself, okay? That's why I love using like Buffer and scheduling my posts, because I can, if I love a post, I can go and I can set it up for the week, okay? So you want to make sure that you are posting something every day about Rodan Fields, but mix it up. Post something about your family. Post something about what Rodan Fields is doing for your family, okay? If Rodan Fields paid for your dinner that night, take a picture of your, using your little card or something, okay? We're showing the lifestyle that people can have, okay? What this business can do for them. Maybe it paid your car payment that month. Take a picture of you next to your car, okay? Or your house payment, all right? Something like that. You also need to grow thick skin, and don't let anyone take you off course. I will tell you, I've had the most amazing rock stars on my team, and somebody has said something negatively because they don't understand this business, they don't understand the business model, and it's completely thrown them off course, okay? Can you even imagine? She would have been probably one of the leaders in my organization, and somebody just stole her dreams, okay? You need to just make the decision right now that you do not care what people think. Those people are not paying your bills, and they are not going to help you grow your business. I have had to let go of some people in my life because they did not respect what I do. And the amount of friends that I've created from this business has way outweighed those losses, okay? So just think about that. Think about who you're surrounding yourself with and how people are supporting you. I will tell you that none of my high school friends will acknowledge what I do. I invited them all to my Lexus event. Nothing. So I really just had to make choices about where I want to spend my time and my energy, okay? If you're my friend, then you're going to be supportive of what's going on in my life, okay? And they don't need to buy from me. They don't need to do that, but I feel like they need to just acknowledge and be supportive. All right, so 200 messages. If you've not done it, that's your first task. Get it done. 200 messages. You can also use mini facials. But if you hand out a mini facial, make sure you get their contact information and a time to follow up. Okay, if you meet someone at Target and you give them a mini facial, make sure you say, you know what, go home and use this tonight. I'm calling you tomorrow and I want to talk to you more about it. Okay. Run flash deals. It's a great way to get people to start it on the product. I have actually a 12-day, like kind of a flash deal thing. And it worked fabulous for me because there was people who never really thought about using the products, but then all of a sudden they're buying a wash. Well, they buy the wash and then they love it. So then now they want to become a preferred customer because now they're going to buy $80 in product, okay? So there's little things like that you can do. You can offer incentives to close someone that day. So if I've been talking to someone about reverse, and I could say, you know what, I'm giving $30 cash back today for your order, or I'm giving an eye cream back for your order, and ask them for the sale, okay? It's a great way to follow up. You can also give incentives to consultants that join you, okay? I've done a Kindle incentive where I've given their Kindles after 60 days. So little things like that. You can also pay for referrals and ask your preferred customers for referrals, okay? So if somebody sends me, one of my customers sends me a referral, I usually just email them a Starbucks card right away with a thank you, okay? Something small. You want to make sure that you're building relationships with your preferred customers. I will tell you that many of my consultants and my most successful consultants have been preferred customers. Okay, so if you're not reaching into them and talking to them about the business to get a bigger savings, to get their products for free, then you're missing out, okay? I have a special page just for my preferred customers that they can go and they can, I post different incentive specials for them, or I showcase products, okay? And then I'll have someone that'll call me up and say, hey, Jen, I need that sunless tanner you were talking about yesterday. Can you add that to my next order, okay? Also, make sure you are thanking people who buy from you. I like to do it on Facebook. You can do that like that, or you can do a personal handwritten note. You can also hold contests to share your posts. So maybe you have an extra regimen hanging around that you want to give someone for sharing. Get your post out there, 100 shares or 100 likes or something, okay? Sometimes when you give a regimen away for free and it's someone who really could use it, they're going to go and talk about it for you, okay? So think about stuff like that. Maybe it's paste, maybe it's lip shield, maybe it's lip serum, okay? All right, so again, look for your dream team right off the start. The most successful people focus on recruiting before they're ready. The leaders say you should try to recruit 6 as fast as you can. That's how you get the most bonuses and you get promoted the quickest. Just remember, you always want to be honest with people. You want to speak from your heart, and you want to get them on the phone with your leader for that third-party validation. Okay? All right, so another thing you should do is connect with other consultants. If you do not have a power partner or an accountability partner, get one. It does not need to be in your organization, and it should not be your upline leader, okay? It should be someone who is going to push you, who's going to challenge you, who is going to make you work, okay? So I actually have 4. I have someone who is my power partner, Julie Phelps. She is in, some of you might be under Julie. Julie's in Hawaii, okay? We are very much alike. So we are we're power partners. Then we have Connie and Lenny. So Connie's in Germany and Lenny's in Texas. All 4 of us, we have a running conversation all day long, every day. Okay, we're bouncing ideas off of each other. We're praising each other. We're helping each other out. So I'm telling you, if you do not have that, get it, because it will change your business. It will. The days that you don't feel like working, if I don't hear from someone in a day, I'm going to be talking to her. Okay. Because so it should be someone that's not your leader, because sometimes you're frustrated and your leader cannot handle 275 complaints, okay? Because we all have those days. All right. In your first month, you should be talking with your sponsor daily. I tell people, if you fall off the grid, guess what? I'm not going to keep pulling you in, but you should be checking with me daily. How is your messaging going? How are your events going? What kind of feedback are you getting? Are you posting? Okay, so if you're new in this business, you should be connecting with your upline every single day. And it doesn't have to be a phone conversation. It can be a quick text or a quick message, okay? And then lastly, I want you to think about this. If you all joined this business for a reason. Some of you just wanted free products. Some of you wanted to build a shameless shoe fund. Some of you want to replace an income. Some of you want to become debt-free, okay? Whatever it is, if you treat this like a job, it's going to pay you like a job, okay? If you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. Write that down and remember that, because that is the absolute truth. Everyone always asks me, how many hours do you work, Jen? Well, you know what? My first probably 2 years, I worked a lot. When I was running for Lexus, I worked a lot. I did not do anything, which is now, if you've been following me, I've been working out a lot. I've been changing my diet because my complete focus was on my business, okay? That's not always good. You do need to have balance. But I will tell you that because I put longer hours in, I'm now where I am 2.5 years later as a Lexus achiever, okay? So sometimes it's worth the sacrifice of no TV and not as much sleep to be where you are, to be able to live freer, okay? So just keep that in mind as well. So next, I've asked my husband, AJ Conrad. He is, we consider ourselves actually a power couple. I'm going to have him, he formulated this training actually for his police department. And I've asked him to share this with you all because I think it's really valuable for our business. You heard me a little while ago talk about how positive mindset and how that can change your business completely. And him being a Marine, he's been in situations where he's had to have that positive mindset, or there's no way he'd be able to function in his day-to-day life or things like that. And so he's created this, and I think it's very powerful to hear and use this within your business. So I don't know if he's going to want to hide out up here. Are you going to hide out up here?
I'm going to take him downstairs.
All right, he's taking you downstairs, so you get to go on a walk. But I'm going to let him finish it. I will send you guys a follow-up email probably tomorrow of my notes and a couple of those videos that I talked to you about, and if AJ has anything as well. So there's recording, and you got 16 people on.
Okay. Can everybody see me?
They can't hear you. They're muted.
Okay. So I'm going to take you downstairs here real quick because I'd rather sit down here. So like Jen said, I'm AJ. I know some of you have probably either met me or heard me talk, or in some facet or another, you know who I am. So what Jen and I, when we put this training together, and what we decided was to add a little something, and something like Jen talked about was I took this into the police department and basically broke it down like this: PMA, positive mental attitude. Okay, so in a business that you have all started, you're going to have some letdowns. You're going to have some times where you're going to go, why did I make this choice? Why did I step into this business? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Okay, so you have to be positive and know that you're doing it because of your why. Once you have set that mindset that you're going to do this because of your why, then you're going to move forward. Okay. Understand a positive mindset will guarantee success. That's a proven fact. Regardless of what happens, you look at Jen and I, we've been doing this for just shy of 3 years. We have gone up, we've gone down, we've signed consultants that we've lost, or we've lost consultants that, we signed them up and they left because it wasn't right for them, whatever. What I've always preached to Jen is don't look at the big final number. Look at what we're doing now, and let's move on from that. Staying positive. When we were running for Lexus, there was times where Jen would come to me and she would be like, oh my gosh, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. I don't think we're going to hit our number. And I had to grab Jen by the collar and say, hey, babe, don't worry about it. You know what you're doing. We've qualified, we hit our numbers last month. We'll do it this month. Understand that positive reinforcement kept Jen's mindset in the game. And when she understood that, and when she pushed forward from that, being positive gave her the numbers to keep running for Lexus. We're very, very fortunate. And like Jen talked about a little bit ago, having a power partner or having an accountability partner really helps out to keep you positive and keeping your mindset in the game. We ran with when we were running for Lexus, we ran with the Larsons, not even in our downline, not even in our network or anything like that. But they were a couple that were running for Lexus, and we would just keep accountability of each other about every week. Hey, how you guys doing? Get their input, and they would be coming to us saying, hey, look, we don't think we're going to make it this month. And, what are you guys doing? And we would have that positive reinforcement for them and say, look, you guys are going to do it. You guys are going to be fine. This is what we're doing. We're going to help you out. We're going to help push, as much information for you guys as you guys can handle and get you guys to your goal. Once you get that power partner and once you get that accountability partner to be that positive reinforcement, it'll make your business more successful. I guarantee it will. As you go through life, and I'm sure there's people in here that you've gone through things in your life that have put you down. But there's got to be something that you can hold on to that will reinforce that positive thinking and that positive mindset to get your business to grow, to get you the numbers. Remember, we have to be realists, and we have to understand that this business is not for everybody. Everybody that's viewing this right now, I can almost guarantee you probably not one of you as soon as you heard about Rodan and Fields, as soon as you heard about the business opportunity, you ran off and signed right up at that second. There's probably maybe like 2% of all the consultants that maybe did that. So remember that it's not for everybody. So you're going to send out, and I know Jen talked about it, is sending out so many messages and getting a hold of so many people. Remember, it's not for everybody. You're going to get to a point and you're going to get a little frustrated because people are going to be saying no, or people aren't going to respond to you, and people are not going to people are going to kind of pull away from you because you started this business. But remember, they are going to watch you. They are going to become that Facebook stalker. They're going to become that Instagram stalker or whatever. And it's going to be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months down the road. And they're going to call you, or they're going to message you, and they're going to say, hey, okay, I've been watching you. And you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to say, well, why didn't you talk to me so many months ago? Just stay positive. Understand that, like I said, you didn't jump out on it right after you saw what Rodan and Fields was about. You went back, you thought about it, you made sure it was what you wanted to do. You made sure that it was going to fit for you. And once you realized that, depending on how long it took, then you jumped on board. That's what the people you're messaging, that's what the people you're presenting this to, they're doing the same exact thing. So just remember that it takes time for people to sign up. It takes people time to research it, to understand it, how they want to understand it. Just be positive and retain that positive mental attitude, and it will carry your business further and further every day, every week, every month, guaranteed. I know I kind of went through some things kind of fast, but like I said, the thing I have to stress is the positive mental attitude is the only way to carry yourself through this business. It will make you breathe a sigh of relief every time you get somebody that either doesn't sign up with you, or somebody that cancels their partner, their business or whatever. Just remember why you're doing it and stay positive. I know you guys are going to do great things with your businesses. I know you guys can accomplish anything and everything you want. Like I said, you just have to stay positive. If you have any questions for Jen or I, you know how to get a hold of us. I think Jen, okay. So she's done, she says. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Just remember, stay positive, guys. Find that accountability partner, find that power partner, and back each other up. Keep pushing each other, and the sky's the limit for you guys. All right, take care. Bye.